get this last piece out. And guys, they don't have to wrap these like this, you know. That's so cool how they're wrapping them. I mean, to look after the paintwork, etc. Look at that. I mean, that shows what sort of model this is. It's so prestige. Is that the right word? I think so. 113B. And what we're going to do is simply place those over the holes like that. And this one will just go on there. They will come off. And the last one, there you go. And there we have, I'll keep those in order because they are in a certain order. You've got two short ones on the left and right of the bin. And then, as I say, once they're all in, we'll tie them up. And then the Titanic, my build of the Titanic is taking real good shape. We have now the engine room to the hull, which is amazing. So basically, when I go to the left in a minute, this one should be turning to the left. That one should be turning to the right, and so should that one. So here it goes. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Here we go again then, guys. The first video of the Titanic build from Hatchetpartworks this year. If you're not already subscribed, guys, remember to subscribe, like, also comment, share, press that bell notification. You'll always be notified whenever I put the Titanic up or your favourite video up on the channel. Here it is, guys. Issue 114. Here's the mag, here's the parts. So without further ado, this is going to be an exciting issue this week, guys. I'm looking forward to this. Let's crack on the Titanic build from Hatchetpartworks. Okay then, guys, so here we go again, the Titanic build, the legend of the Titanic ship from Hatchetpartworks, guys. So sit back, relax, get your favourite beverage, your snack, chill out and watch me build issue 114 of the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. So we've got the parts here. Take a look very shortly. First of all, we'll have a look through the mag of issue 114. Coming next week, guys, I might be doing a double issue next week, I think, because coming next week, 115 and 16, it's all about doing the remote control. So next week, we've got the front of the remote control, telegraph base and legend, disc, spring and pins. This is very fiddly of what I've seen, but we'll see how we get on. What I might do is, I say that coming next week, so you can look forward to that. I might do a double one, because I think all that will be assembled all in one. It'll be all working order, etc. So I'm doing half one week, half the other. As I say, I might do a double issue next week, guys. So that's something to look forward to if you're following me with this build, the Titanic. So let's briefly, quickly look through it. Oh, it is quickly as well. We're straight into it. It's going to be a busy issue today, guys. But as you can see, we're doing supports for the propeller shafts. So I think we'll be putting them in today, and then what we're going to be doing by the looks of it is actually putting, this is exciting, the engine into the hull. Wow, loving that. So as you can see, we've got a fair few instructions to do. And what we're going to do is, I think we're going to take these rods out, the propeller rods out of the engine before we put it into the hull. And then I think we'll reassemble them back together. But yeah, this is how it's looking, guys. Oh, this is amazing. I'm so excited. We're going to be doing a test run Yes, electrics, guys. I love doing electrics. I think, yeah, once we put it all together, by the end of this video, guys, we will be seeing these rotate the right ways, left and right, etc. Head and astern. So we're going to be messing with electrics, guys. And this, fingers crossed, if it still works, should be all up and running by the end of this video. I've got 8 instructions. So yeah, I'm not going to hang about, guys. I'm going to bring over the parts. And I'm going to crack on with this week's build of the Titanic. And I've got a feeling things are going to start getting a bit more, not difficult, a bit more, how can I put it? They're going to work me a bit harder. That's the only way I can think at the minute. I know what I mean. Right, so let's sort the desk out and see what we've got. Okay, so here we are, guys. All settled in. Let's crack on with this week's build. So see what we've got. And it never gets old, guys, how all these pieces are packed and wrapped up so perfectly. I mean, this is plastic as well, by the way, before we move on. I thought it was going to be metal, but now the plastic. But look at the paintwork, the finish on that, guys. So amazing. So these two pieces what I've got hold of are 114A and 114D, and they are the port shaft support and the starboard shaft support. So those have got to go on the right side, I would have thought. And we've got some screws here, AM screws, MP screws, some AP screws, and another pack of AP screws. I think we've got loads of little, let's move these to one side, little parts here, fixing plates, etc. Yeah, always double checking your bag, guys. If you're building along with that, you've got nothing left in the bottom. I've done that before. Right, so what we've got here, we've got these 3 little pieces. All this is plastic, by the way. Now metal pieces here, all this is plastic. So we've got these 3 pieces here, 114B. Those are collars, there's 3 of those. We've got 114C, that's the central fixing plate. And we've got 114E, and that is the stern fixing plate. All these are going to be fixing the, I would have thought, the rods, the propeller shafts, etc. And then we've got 114F, small fixing plate. Oh, and briefly before we get into this, guys, about the DB5, I have contacted them by email. They reckon 10 to 15 days we'll know that piece what was missing if you did watch it over Christmas. So that'll be coming to the channel once we receive that piece, and we'll rectify that issue. Done and dusted. I've still got to sort Dom's charger out. The engine, I've not had this down for a while. It's gathered a bit of dust. It's a bit annoying. I don't know if you've had the same problem. Look, you can see like these aerial things. That, I don't know where it's gone. I've lost it. But I've managed to keep all the other 4 on, but that one piece has gone, which is a shame. It's one of those. It's going to be inside the hull, so you're not going to see it. But I will know about it. But look at the detail on that, guys. Beautiful. And I think the extra 50 issues in this build, after we built this shit, guys, it's basically doing a massive version of this engine. So I can't wait for that. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame I've lost that piece off there, but I don't know if it's been knocked as I've moved it, etc. But it's one of those, guys. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but just be careful when you do store your model not to be losing any of the pieces. Right, so instruction 1, what we're basically doing is taking these propellers off the engine. So we've got to completely move these propeller shafts away. So what it's supposed to do is these pieces here, which we put on a long time ago, we've got to unscrew these. Now, without thinking too much about it, I'm not sure if we're going to use these brackets or they've given us new brackets to use, so I'm just going to put these to one side. And if we need them, obviously we've got them. So we've taken that piece off, 40F. And on the instructions, guys, these are ringed round in yellow circles to show you what you've got to disassemble. Right, so that's those 2 pieces off. And then what it's telling us to do, take out the propeller shafts. So yeah, after you've undone these connectors here, these should just pull off. They are a bit stiff, but they will come off. And the last one, there you go. And there we have, I'll keep those in order because they are in a certain order. You've got two short ones on the left and right and the big one in the middle. But yeah, there you go guys. That's instruction 1. Done and dusted. The propeller shafts have been taken off the engine. So let's move on to instruction 2 guys. So I've got the hull over off myself, which you see my intro and outro every video. And now what we're going to do is position the engine into the hull. Now what you want to do, make sure this wire you've got is feeded out just there, because you're going to be needing to move that later in the build, or you're going to be needing it, should I say. And then carefully put into place. Now it's a bit awkward to put in because you'll have got these pieces sticking out here, but you carefully just push it in that way. I think that might be easier. Just careful not to damage any of your engine as you put it in. Come on girl, let's get you in here. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. And that's instruction 2 all done. So now as I'm just getting these AM screws, some AM screws guys. This side of the engine guys, you want to use 6 AM screws. So we're going to get that done now. Now you can use a bit of oil here guys if you want to, but at the minute mine seems to be going in pretty easy. So I'm not going to bother. And what I'll do is I'll just screw them in a little bit, and then once they're all in position, we'll get them tightened up. So yeah, and this is the last of the AM screws. So screw them nice and tight. Just make sure you've got the bite. They should get tighter. If you're getting them tight, you've got the right bite guys. We're going to be fitting there 3 AP screws, one there, and one just there. So just line it up. Get a screwdriver with a bit of magnetic at the end, so we can get in that crevice there. That's it. And screw those in nice and tight. Yeah, I'm loving this week's build guys. I'm really excited of fitting the engine there to the hull. Amazing. My heart's going a little bit, thinking of testing the electrics on it. I hope it still work. Really do. I think it will. They should do. I do remember though back, it's been a while ago now, when I did the engine test, it was a bit clunky. So where I'll be using it a lot when I have people look at it, whatever, maybe not. But as long as it works and it don't all fall apart, I'm happy with that. But they do sound very clunky. If you've watched anybody else on YouTube doing this build guys, it does sound a clunky engine. When you've got all the electrics and the sound effects though, it's going to sound and look amazing. This engine is now fitted to the hull of my Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. That deserves a subscribe guys if you're not already, and definitely a big thumbs up, a big like. Would really appreciate that. And stay tuned to the end guys, because I will show you an outro of this, how it's looking from the side view, etc. So it's going to be pretty cool. But anyway, that's instructions 1, 2 and 3 all done so far. We've got another 5 to go. So I'm just checking these are all nice and tight. Now guys, we've got to fit these 2 pieces here, 114A and 114D. Now all you do, I'm going to leave the camera where it is. If I could just tilt it a little bit. It's very difficult to move around. If you see those, in fact, if I could try and hold that, I'll try and put these in so you can see what I'm doing. If I just turn the camera slightly for you. They just go in these holes here. And what you want to do is the slanted bit goes away from the end of the hull. All it is a matter of pushing those in like that. And we've got to screw them in shortly inside. That's how that's looking from that side. But that's how you put both sides in, guys. So I'm just going to do this from this way, and you will see this finished result at the end anyway if you watch the outro. They're looking, but basically what you want is they're in like that. That's where your propeller shafts are going to be resting on, probably further down in this video. This is instruction 4, as you know. That's all we're going to do so far, apart from taking these 2 AP screws out of part 114F. So I'll just take them out. Of course, keep all these together, guys. I'm not sure if we're going to be putting back in or we're using the new brackets, but if you just keep them together, you're not going to go wrong. So yeah, that's instruction 4 done. We've taken that piece out and we've put these 2 pieces, 114A and D in, which are looking pretty cool from the outside, but you'll see at the end, guys, when I'll give you a little bit of an outro. So now we'll move on to instruction 5. Okay, so now you're going to take this piece, guys, which is 114C, and we're going to be putting that over this piece here. I'll just point that out. So it's going to be going on these. So if you just hold these pieces on the outside of the ship, and you've got some pins here. So you want the pin in the second hole in, and then we're going to be screwing into the one. That's going to be a bit difficult, to be fair, because as you can see it's going under that piece there, so I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll work that out in a minute. Right, very fiddly, but we'll get there. Right, there we go. What we're going to be doing, which I think I'm going to do just now first to get that into place, is apply 2 AP screws just so they don't move. That's one in. And same again on here, but I'm not going to do this too tight because I've got to still put that outer piece on the outside of the hull in, so that can slot underneath. So if I just get that back in, and if you've got them right, guys, they should just slot in without any difficulty. There we go. I've just done that the other way around there, but if it's done the trick, happy days. So let's just tighten these 2 up. Yep, so tighten those up using 2 AP screws. Nice and tight. And then now apply AP screws also to the outer pieces there. Now I would have thought these will just slot into place where they've got to be once you've got them in line with the holes. There we go, like that. That's the sound I was looking for. So just apply on that side. Screwing into plastic, guys, so it should be easy enough to just join them together. That's it, that one's in. And now, last but not least, this side. Not sure if this is in line, to be fair, yet. Have I got it? Yeah. It sometimes works itself out, guys. I wasn't sure if that was in line, but it is. It's all tight on the outside. I'm happy with that. Nice and tight. Just checking all those are AP screws, they are on white. And then next we want this piece here, which is 114E. And then what you want to do is, let me just look which way this goes. That's the way you want to put it on, guys. Like that. And then these little crevices will slot over that piece there. Just making sure you're getting all this detailing, guys. The camera for you. Of course, this is being filmed in 4K, guys. So you're getting better quality for you guys watching at home on your devices or on your TVs, whatever you're watching me on, laptops, PCs. So yeah, all my videos are now in 4K, which I'm loving doing. And yeah, we're putting the last of the AP screws in. But yeah, all these shaft supports now are nice and tight, so I'm just double checking those. That is it for instruction 5. Now we've got to move on to instruction 6. Now what it tells us to do, we've got to put the propeller shafts back in. So I'm going to move the camera around so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll get that done. Okay then, guys, so what I've done already, we've taken 40C propeller shaft, we've had to feed it through the back, and now what we're going to do is, if you can see this little gap here, we've got to put these connectors on. Now, whether they're meant to leave it till this time to do this, I would have thought so, but yeah, I think it was just mech haste, whatever you say, just to keep it like that, as it's been without these pieces in up until now. So what you've got to do is place that in that gap. I did say it's going to get more complicated, guys, or more tricky as these builds go on. Right, too easy, too long. Make sure that little washer there is not pushing it too much, because that could be stopping it going in. So yeah, there you see, very fiddly, guys. I've got that in there, but now what you've got to try and do, that's it, is push that propeller shaft till it fits. You've got like a D shape on the end of the propeller shaft there. Yeah, propeller shaft there. That has to join in there, if that makes sense, and fit right flush on top. So now what it's time to do is get some MP screws and then screw onto the top of part 114B, and that should secure that propeller shaft in place. And I think this is going to be spinning around, obviously, because it's the propeller shafts what are going around, so this has got to be tight. I'm just trying to find the right screwdriver for this. There we go. So before you tighten that, make sure your propeller shaft is as far as in it needs to be, and tighten that up. There you go, that's that one done. So that's one done. And then next it tends to take 40B, which is the biggest of the propeller shafts. So that's the centre one. Yeah, just bear with if you can't see what's going on exactly, guys. It's very difficult to get all the shots now with this thing, it's massive. But I will show you a good outro at the end so you can see exactly how it looks. Instruction 7, we are replacing, I think, what we already had. For example, that piece there, what was already on, there's no little groove, whereas there you've got one. So whether they've changed things over months, but since this build started, guys, I think so. So they've got it better than it was originally dreamed of, if you want to put it that way. So what we want to do is put this piece, which is 114F, place that over that propeller shaft like that, and we've got to put, let me just look, I would have thought the same screws as what was in the other one. So I'll just grab them from over there, tighten this up. Yeah, that fit perfect. But yeah, I think it's evolved from when we put this in originally. As I say, there's now a groove on there for the propeller shaft, and I would have thought it was going to be getting a bit hot when you're running this this engine, this motor. So it's a good call by Hatchet. So what you want to do now is get one of these pieces again, and the right way to do this, guys, is you want this black little ring piece, so it's on this side, not over here. So when it's on your build, you want it over this side, near this bracket, not near the engine. That's what it's saying on the instructions. Or else you're probably going to have a lot of problems. So if I get my tweezers. And this is fiddly. Trust me, this is the fiddliest bit I've done for a while. Better if I'm quiet, guys. I always be quiet when I'm concentrating. So yeah, let's just get that D-shape propeller into the other side. There we go, got it. And then what we're going to do, as I say, this piece here, it's got to be over here. Yeah, tell you instructions to put it there, not over this side, just there where it's sitting now, guys. So if I just twist that way I want it, and then get one of these MP screws, and again, screw that tight to the propeller shaft. Extremely fiddly, guys, but it's going to be worth it when it's done. What I'm trying to do is just hold it with my finger that one side, and then hopefully we'll get that tightened up against the propeller shaft and we'll be getting somewhere. Yeah, I think I've got that. Yeah, that's nice and tight. See, that's where you want it. It's telling you on a diagram here, that's where you want that piece. 114B. So that's 2 done. Now we've just got to take this propeller shaft on this side. And again, get these little spaces. Bit fiddly this, guys, again, but we'll do it. We've done the others so we can get this last one done. Push that out a minute. Position that there. Now I found the first one I was putting in was a bit tight to get in, so I changed them, and for some reason all these have fitted perfectly now. So just experiment a bit, guys, move it about and see which is best for you. If you're not winning, that is. Sometimes them board in different, if that makes sense. I think we've got that already. There we go. That was a nice and easy one. Don't mind that one. So what you want to do is make sure the screw's facing up, like the other two, and connect it then with that MP screw. It's just getting that first little bite, that's the hard bit. It twists around, so what I tend to do is just push it against my finger till you've got that resistance. And you're winning. As you can see, the steel keeps spinning around, which is what I was intended in doing. I've never concentrated so hard. Yeah, got that. Brilliant. But you've got to understand the propeller's moving around because that's what it's meant to do, so it's a bit hard to get that steady position to get them tight. But once you do, you'll be alright. So yeah, all those are nice and tight. I'm happy with that. I just want to check that one first. Yeah. So bear with me if it's a bit shaky. I'm holding it in my hand at the minute. I've took it off the Tron just there, just so I can get you a better view. That's how that's looking so far. I will do an outro shot near the end of the video, at the end of the video. That's how that's looking. I'm not sure if I edited it better, but this, some part of the video I said it needs to be this side. Now I was wrong, it's got to be against there like that. And these need to be in that position, like that with your propeller shafts. But quickly now, I'll just show you now. I can't wait. Look at that. Look how good that looks, guys. Brilliant. So what we've had to do now is this thing we had from issue 40. This is to test the propeller shafts if they're going the right way around. Test the propeller shafts if they're going the right way around. So yeah, here we go, guys. What you've got to do is that's in like a neutral state at the minute, but we've got to get the wire. Just bring this over here onto the desk. So I'm going freehand here, guys. Just needed to show you a better view, that's all. These are only going one way. Exciting. Really hope it works. Right, so that's all connected together. What it is the left is for a head and then the right is for a stern. So when I do it to the left, the propeller should be turning. The left one should go to the left, the middle to the right, and the right one to the right. That doesn't make sense, but I know what I mean. So basically, when I go to the left in a minute, this one should be turning to the left. That one should be turning to the right, and so should that one. So here goes. Yeah, brilliant. It's working. Love it. I've jumped ahead there, but that's all working to plan. And then you've got Aston, which now this should be turning the other way around, which they are. Love that. And the middle one shouldn't be moving, which it's not. So one more, I'll do a head. And I'll go the other way. Brilliant. I'll quickly show you the mechanism of the engine, and it is noisy. See them all moving. And the other way. And that is it, guys. That is it. Love it. Brilliant issue. I've enjoyed it. Been a bit busy, but I've absolutely enjoyed it. The engine is now, and the propeller shafts is now fitted to the hull. Stay tuned to the end, guys. I'll give you a better outro than this, and you can see exactly what I've been up to in today's video and how this thing's looking. See you soon, guys. Take care. That is it for this week, guys. Pretty exciting issue. This week we put the engine and the propeller shafts in to the rear of this build, the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks, and boy, was it a brilliant issue. I really enjoyed it this week, guys, and this thing now is progressing beautifully. There's not too much long left to get this now. In context of things, you've got a fair few months yet, guys, but we're getting there. I think there's around 150 odd issues, maybe 150, don't quote me that, I forgot. I've slept since then, but there's not long. We're on 114. Next week coming is 115 issues, guys. All of them are in the playlist, so if you want to watch from the beginning, you can go back right to issue 1 and watch all the way through of building this brilliant model, the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. Do appreciate all your support, guys. Thanks for all the subs, the likes, comments, the shares. Thanks for all last year, and let's go on and move on forward now into 2025, and hope you guys are going to come along with me. But for now, that is it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. See ya. Peace.